The Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport.
I gotta change this in the fucking settings. I gotta change out my kick returner.
Teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tennessee Titans. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook able to escape. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh,
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
That was terrible.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Childs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. He'll have a first down past the 40. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Probably so.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And an alley to
There
run.
we go. Damn it.
He's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up.
Cook strip, the ball's in.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Childs. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I hate this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
He tripped me up.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Amazing.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming in.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop it for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. Mariota now to throw on first down, and Walker has it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Mariota, and he'll hit his tight end, Walker. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
On second and a couple, Mariota, he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys have now moved out in front.
And they hit you
A lot of
underneath.
people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide. And
Got a man, it's Humphreys. Touchdown, Tennessee.
So did he do a whole
Adam
foot?
Humphreys, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Okay.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
They start the drive with Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On 3rd and 2, Childs. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Throwing on 1st down, Childs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Even if he gets it off at all.
Throwing again. Childs. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
And it also would have been a good play.
To throw again. Childs. Complete. Smith has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There we go.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
You see, I just tied it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He gets it to Humphries.
Thielen and
they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Touchdown.
Give him 16 yards there. A Tennessee first down. Mariota. Open man is born. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing, Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll throw again. Mariota. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succo. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Throwing to start the drive. Childs going to throw right side here. Complete.
Here we go.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half. Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
That's crazy.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Like trying to get in the field goal range.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking, and since they liberalize the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we hit halftime with our... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Phantom interference calls.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn it loose again on third down, didn't they?
He did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
But he has
Mariota
like
on target there to Humphries.
7 carries
A gain
for
of
like
6 there on
125.
first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mariota going to give to Lewis. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That was a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They run, Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Off play action. Childs steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That good for 19 and a first down. A first down carry for Henry. And he will score.
There we go.
Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score.
But still,
that doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Lewis. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They go play action here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. But he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
That's one of the most terrifying players to see lit up.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to
you ain't never had to deal with him before?
As we begin quarter number 4.
You're learning. Oh yeah, good luck.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. Is
because
complete.
After I played Von
and he's
Miller,
going to have a
I
first
played
down
him
as he's
directly
brought
after.
down at the 44-yard line. That'll
And then
give him
I played
60
fucking
yards
Dallas, so I
receiving
dealt
now
with
as he's
DeMarcus.
got a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. To throw on 2nd down. Childs lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to wind up incomplete.
He snacked it away.
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Childs flush to his right.
There we go. David
and
Childs.
down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 3. Now it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel.
They had to respect the run, so the play action was back.
Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I get a chance
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. He locates Walker, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Mariota to throw it. Out to the right to Humphries. The end result, 21 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Mariota got the connection here to Bourne. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And Walker has it. And the ball is knocked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter. You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And some room to run now. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him. No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody to run them down. They're at the kids' table. Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, man, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game. So the final seconds have ticked away.